Okay, so the first thing I want to show you about the question about doing feathers with little decorations on the inside is I want to show you how I would do the ones that Michelle posted, which is it had kind of an echoed feather shape on the inside of the feather. And as I posted to her, I would probably do those as long arm feathers. So I'm going to start with a spine, and actually I'm going to go over here for a second and show you each one individually. So I would make the outside of the feather shape, and then I would echo it on the inside, and then travel, and I would alternate side to side to make those. So I'm going to start here at the base, and I would make one on this side, and then I would echo for the loopy shape on the inside. And so then I would repeat. Again, like I said, I do these side to side. You could go up one side and back down the other. But this way, as you can see, there's, you're stopping and starting, it's all kind of in the same place here at the spine, so it's not like you're having to go back and forth along the spine. Obviously, as I do it here in Photoshop, it's super messy. It's also just super messy because I'm drawing it, but hopefully you get the idea of how I would do these. Like I said, I would do them as long arm feathers and just stick that in there right at the same time. And it wouldn't have to be this kind of a loopy thing. I mean, you can do just a straight line, or you could do, this kind of a thing where you do the ribbon on the inside, or it could be boy, this is going to be really messy. This is not at all what I intended it to be, but here, we'll turn it back into a ribbon. What I was thinking I was going to try to do is the one where you can do a line of pearls up, and that's not going to be any better either, but you get the idea. So there's really, not a lot of going back and forth along the spine. If I try to do something like that on the inside with over-the-top feathers, so obviously we've got 1, 2. Well, I'm way down here. I'm here, but I still want there to be something on the inside of this feather too, unless you want to alternate. But if you want something in both feathers, well, you've got to go back, and then you've got to come do this one. And so yeah, you're going to end up with a lot of back and forth on your spine. If you go to Renee Haddadin's website, and I will try to put a link to her, and actually I don't know if she has the videos anymore, but she does some where, like she'll do the inside first and then come surround it with a feather. I kind of like having my feather there first. I kind of slipped. And so in that instance, you'll get a little bit less of up and down and back and forth on the spine. So there's a couple ideas. That's really obviously very rough, but like I said, you could do it where you do the inside first and then fill it. But if you just do the feathers, if you do the feathers first and then try to go back, yeah, you're going to get a lot of extra here through the spine. Ooh, that's messy. The other thing I wanted to point out over here on this side is that I kind of scribbled over top to show you the difference of what the actual negative space looks like. So if I do a couple of regular long arm feathers, you can see these are all basically, theoretically, if they were neater, the same teardrop shape, and it's an actual full teardrop. But if you look at the space that's created, the negative space that's created by an over-the-top feather, it's not. It's kind of a funky hook shape, and so I don't think these suit themselves as well to this particular variation, because to me, what you're trying to do with this variation is you're trying to echo the feather shape, and I just don't think that works out as well when you're doing it as an over-the-top feather. So hopefully my scribbles and my talking here gave you kind of an idea of what I was attempting to say. Please ask if you have more questions.